You can earn a lot of money, but you have to be very careful about where you're spending your money, okay? It's somewhat more important sometimes, especially in this situation, of where you're actually spending your money and how much of it you're retaining versus how much you're earning, okay? Because retaining it is going to be really, really important right now. Hey everybody, it's Kabani, your favorite broker. Guess what? We're not even going to talk about real estate right now, okay? What I want to talk to you guys about is really trying to get through this period of time, okay? I'm making adjustments in what I'm doing right now, and I think a lot of people are kind of worried about where we're going with this runaway inflation train, okay? Here's what I would suggest, okay, and what I have done myself. Basically, personally, and in my business, what we've done is we've done an overview of exactly where our money is going out right now, okay? Maybe we got a little bit careless here and there because things were great, but what we're doing is we're ratcheting everything back. We're looking at all of our expenses right now, and we're looking at it line by line and saying, is this actually necessary? Is this adding any value? So the first thing that we've done, and I suggest everyone do, is look at where your money is going, okay? That's gonna be the most important thing. You know, I've heard this thing before is like, you can earn a lot of money, but you have to be very careful about where you're spending your money, okay? It's somewhat more important sometimes, especially in this situation, of where you're actually spending your money and how much of it you're retaining versus how much you're earning, okay? Because retaining it is gonna be really, really important right now. So do an overview. Make sure that you're not frivolously spending this money and you don't, if you absolutely have to spend this money and you need to, go ahead and do it. But other than that, try to bring your expenses lower, okay? Even if it's temporary, bring your expenses back down lower. The next thing I think you guys should be doing is creating a budget and monitoring it. Really, guys, we lose track of it. You're gonna get paid, your expenses are gonna come out of your account, you're gonna spend money on here and there, whatever else like that. I think if you visually are looking at it and seeing how much it's going up and down and where that money is going, I think it's gonna make a bigger impact, okay? We have a simple Excel sheet that I've been using for many, many years. It's not hard, and we're gonna have a little screenshot of it over here. And what we do is that on column A, it's basically the date, and we can forecast out. You know when you're gonna get paid if you get paid bi-weekly, so write out all those dates of where you're gonna get paid. Write down how much you're gonna get paid. And out of that pay period, what are you actually gonna pay for in that bi-weekly pay period? Likely you're gonna need groceries, likely you're gonna need gas, maybe your car insurance comes out that time, or your property tax, and on the next paycheck, your mortgage is gonna come out, and you're gonna pay for something different, or whatever else like that. But what I'm trying to say is that during that pay period, organize exactly what you're gonna pay for so you know how much you're gonna have left over, okay? And whatever you're gonna have left over, my advice is that you transfer it over right away into a savings account. I'm telling you, when you go to look at your expenses for that period, look at people's birthdays, okay? Don't say, oh yeah, this person's birthday comes up. I actually determine well in advance that year who I'm gonna spend money on their birthdays and how much it's gonna be. I know it sounds cheap, but it's likely gonna be 50 bucks or 100 bucks or something like that. But I already know that that's what I'm gonna be spending, okay? So you need to be watching that. Take everything that's excess out and don't look at that money that it's sitting there in the account. I think that's a bad thing for you to do. Just put it into a savings account. That savings account is gonna help you out. In case you have some kind of a shortage that comes up, you're gonna have that buffer space. Very important to have that buffer space. And hopefully you don't need that buffer space, but what that's gonna help you is further invest in the market when opportunities come up. Told you won't talk about real estate, but it always kind of leads back to it. But you want to have that space, because if there are going to be opportunities that are starting to come up and better opportunities that are going to be out there, and you're going to be able to take this cash and hopefully be able to invest or start to invest some of that money back into other investments that will make you money in the long run. So really careful right now, guys. Again, just to kind of recap, do an overview, okay, of what your expenses are. And next thing, track it. Track it every 2 weeks when you get paid, and make sure that you're saving this money on the side as well. It is going to be a little bit tricky to navigate. We don't think that inflation is going to stop anytime this year. Pretty much all the predictions are it's going to continue to happen for the next 6 months. So really control your expenses and monitor and make sure you don't get caught in this. If you guys have any suggestions of what you are actually doing, I would love it if you guys could just comment below. Let me know what you're doing. I would love to pick up on some of your tips and tricks, and maybe we could share it with everybody else. If you like this video, please, I encourage you to like, subscribe, share it with somebody, and until next time, remember one thing: get Kabani, get sold.
Sell it, sell it, sell it, sell it, sell it, sold. Sell it, sell it, sell it, sell it, sold. Sell it, sell it, sell it, sell it, sold. Sell it, sell it, sell it, sell it, sold.